Hello aficionados and welcome back to the channel. Today it's a watch video, as you know, my other biggest passion. So this March I went on a business trip to New York City and had time to go around one of the biggest timepieces store on the Diamond District near the 5th Avenue. Not going to name it because I'm not sure I was even allowed to film inside. Anyway, I managed to catch some timepieces they have, so join me on this tour and see what's in there. I also tried a $65,000 Rolex Daytona and I'll show you which one later in the video. In no particular order, let's start with some APs they have. On the left we have a Royal Oak chrono in a steel with a blue dial, I think it's a 41mm, and then on the right I believe a 34mm with diamond bezel, which I'm not sure if it's a factory or aftermarket. Up here on the left we have a pretty unknown among casual watch fans, an AP code 1159 in a smoked burgundy red, price around 20k. Next to it on the right what I think is Jules Audemars small seconds, and then under here is Royal Oak offshore diver priced at around 19k. Finally we have a real treat, a Royal Oak in a full rose gold and a black dial with price around $80,000. Next is Patek Philippe shelf. First we have a Calatrava in rose gold and small seconds. Then we have also in rose gold case Grand Complications with a perpetual calendar and moon phase complication. Then we have a vintage and a very rare Aquanaut with a blue dial reference number 5066 from the late 90s, made exclusively for the Japanese market. And then, to me not particularly beautiful, annual calendar chrono on a bracelet. Moving on to some Rolexes, we have a day date with the Roman numerals and a baby blue dial, lovely looking piece, and then the one with the champagne dial and a fluted bezel, also one with the diamond bezel and the mother of pearl dial, and finally the one with the black bezel. Out of 4 I like the first one the most. Here are some day dates of presidentials in a full gold with the diamond inserts, not particularly my cup of tea. Something more interesting here, a full yellow gold Yachtmaster with a blue dial, discontinued piece, then the Yachtmaster 2, also in yellow gold, then the blue Submariner which is in white gold, they don't do blue subs in a steel version, and then a full yellow gold sub with the black bezel and the dial, a truly classic piece. And I forgot the one on the left, also full yellow gold, but this one is a GMT Master 2 with a green dial, which can be yours for around $50,000. Very beautiful piece. Up here we have a Daytona with a diamond dial and what looks like an aftermarket diamond bezel, not really fond of it, and then also a yellow gold sub with a sapphire diamond bezel insert, and finally here a white dial Daytona with Arabic numerals and the red leather strap and the steel bezel, which if I'm not mistaken puts it in early 2000s or even late 90s. Next we have some Omegas. This red one is not a really good looking Chronoscope DeVille, then a classic Speedmaster Moonwatch, then we have a Seamaster GMT Coaxial, another vintage chronograph with a white dial, and the newer Seamaster with the yellow gold case, black bezel and a dial, and a silicone strap. Up here we have some more Speedmasters, both steel and yellow gold one, with different dial variations, like this one all silver, then reverse panda dial, and then here's the one that I'm wearing today. It's the same model but with the panda dial, which they don't have, and I think it's the most rare dial from that reference, and if you're interested to learn more about it, feel free to check out the video on top right corner where I reviewed it. And lastly, here's a Seamaster Planet Ocean with a huge 46mm case. Moving on to some IWCs, here are different chronographs, Flieger with the day date function on a bracelet, and this one is a very nice yellow gold Portugueser perpetual calendar with a 42mm case and a retail price of around 32k. And then here are a bunch of other IWC options, pilot marks, Portuguesers and chronographs to everyone's liking. Here's a pretty rare Jaeger LeCoultre Duometer Quantième Lunaire, 42mm with an open heart in the yellow gold, and the yellow gold Reverso, a classic, and then a Jaeger chronograph with the diamond bezel. Here are a couple of Vacheron Constantins. First, the Traditionnelle complete calendar released in 2021. It's actually a triple calendar with a moon face and it's in white gold, and then the Overseas chronograph, their trademark timepiece. And then here we have another Overseas with a power reserve, and on the right Patrimony, their dress version, this one with the diamond bezel on a yellow gold case. Next is Tudor, Rolex's sister company, they have almost their full collection here, their titanium Pelagos and most recognizable Black Bay 58 in different dial variations and strap options, and then here I'd say one of the more interesting one, Green Harrods limited edition version of Black Bay 58. These here would probably be their Black Bay 39s. And then here we have some GMT variations that look pretty vintage on those leather and NATO straps and kind of cool. Moving on really fast here through Breitlings, a lot of Navy timers, and then Super Oceans, their divers, and all of them with a rubber or Milanese bracelet. Really a lot of variety here in dial options from Breitling. And then for the viewers who are just here waiting to see Rolexes, here we go. Here we have some pretty vintage Rolex timepieces. On the left is a discontinued GMT Master with a full black bezel, and on the right a full steel Daytona reference number 6265, I had to Google this, from the late 70s. So really historical watch right here. And then up here we have some vintage Submariners and the vintage yellow gold Day. And finally newer Rolex timepieces. Here we have a green Submariner Hulk and a two-tone sub with a blue dial, then a two-tone GMT Master 2 and discontinued black GMT Master 2 with a green seconds hand. Moving on to some Daytonas. Here's a steel white dial Daytona on a leather strap with the Roman numerals, and then the yellow gold Daytona with the white mother of pearl dial and the oyster flag strap. This is the watch I actually tried on. It's not my grail watch or my dream timepiece. I would rather go with a regular rose gold Daytona on an oyster flags, but this one is also very impressive, and so it's its price at 65k. Finally, we have a full yellow gold Daytona with the mother of pearl white dial, and then the one with the black dial and a leather strap. All very impressive timepieces. And that would be all for this tour. I hope you liked all the watches I showed you, and until next time, take care. Hey you, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you soon.